Hey guys, welcome back to the Intersect Podcast. This is a episode about the Grow World Community Mental Health book. There's a fun story about this, which you're going to have to wait and see, but we dive over a lot of things from inner health to mental health to shadows.
Sex.
So make sure you stay tuned for this episode, and it's going to be a very cool, fun one. Enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so to start off this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what happened yesterday. So yesterday was the episode that we were meant to record. It wasn't meant to just
Excited
be
to record.
us. We were very excited because the gentleman that we had on has been someone that I've wanted to have on since the day dot, but I've always been scared to ask him. Don't know why. But now that we've had our fair few of guests, we're pretty comfortable. And yesterday we would say it went pretty good.
It went conversation-wise amazing.
The conversation-wise was really good. It was an actual, like, proper conversation.
And then what happened? Run me through it.
So what happened was, anyway, welcome back to the Intersect Podcast. What happened was, so because I'm slightly ADHD, while I'm talking to people, I have to make sure that everything's rolling, everything's going. I'm looking around at all the different colored lights to make sure they're the right color. Right, so I'm sitting where JP's sitting.
And I'm over that way.
He's over there, and a lovely gentleman here. So the lovely gentleman that we had on was Tano, our PT that goes to our gym. He helps.
The tummy fire.
Yeah, fire. But we will keep that on the download.
Sorry.
So he can.
The Tane.
The Tane. Yeah. He was sitting here. I was sitting there. JP was sitting there. And I was browsing around and making sure, because the camera has a red light to make sure it's recording. The Rodecaster has normally a red light when it's recording, and that's it.
Yep.
So I'm bouncing between the two just to make sure they're still recording. Anyway, 18 minutes in, I look over. Gangster, camera's recording. I look over the Rodecaster. Why the fuck is that green?
Then we pause and freak out.
And I look at JP and I go, So for reference, Haley, I know you'll be watching this. We went through that with her. So we recorded about 15 minutes and looked over. Now, that was my fault.
That one you didn't press.
That was my fault. I didn't press the record button. I did press the camera record button, but that one was my fault. This one, let me tell you, bro's like, yep, what's up? I don't know what happened or what has happened with the Rodecaster, but for some reason the SD card has just committed Sudoku.
It's not having a good time. And then it wouldn't record, like we couldn't re-record or anything. It wasn't working. So
it was like it was full.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we got the second one in there and we could record again. So back to it. Let's record. 27 minutes in this time. And luckily I kept glancing over it because I was like, it's going to stop, I reckon. And then I caught it and it was like 30 seconds after. I was like, oh, it stopped. And then from there, we were like, oh, we'll just plug in these other mics we have and work with that.
So, yeah, on top of that, the second time that we pressed record on that, because it was recording, I was like, as a backup and a safety net, I'm going to plug in. So at the moment, we've got our little road mics attached to the big roads as a backup. So I used our DJI ones. Tane had his on. We had a little
stick.
Not a little. It's fucking heavy.
That doesn't define little.
No, it's not little.
That's a density problem.
Yeah, that's right. That's a science problem. That is. Well, density, like molecules, the more you know what I mean. Bro, staring at the camera. But no, it is. Yeah. We had the DJI ones plugged it into the camera. Mic thing was going up and down. I was like, fire. If these fuck up, we still have the backup. And I went home. All right, it actually stopped. It stopped the second time.
Yeah, 27 minutes.
And I was like, we'll just keep going. We've got the backup ones on. I got home to check the microphone audio and there was nada.
Fuck all, Your Honour.
There was nada. So the first time, we recorded for 18 minutes. Second time we recorded for 27. Because the second time we started again. So we essentially got 2 starts of an episode. Yay.
Oops.
So a little PSA for you guys starting a little podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Press your fucking record button and go over everything to make sure everything's right. And even still, it's going to die.
And things we should have really implemented straight away that we learned from Sev, backups. Backup on backup. And check your backups work because if they don't, you're fucked.
Yes. So I now currently don't have an SD card in the Rodecaster. I have my computer with OBS recording straight through. So that way it's directly going to my computer. So then that way nothing should happen.
Don't say that.
Touch wood. But anyway, yes, that's our little rant. This was actually meant to be a different episode, but
yeah, this is more of an apologise episode.
Yes, but also
a grow episode.
So, JP, fill us in. You've read it a little bit more than what I have, and tell me how you got that book.
Okay. This is Grow, the Program of Growth to Maturity, World Community Mental Health Movement. It's pretty far. It's old because it came out it started originally in 1957.
Damn.
Began in Sydney. Now, well, for the story of how I got the book.
I have a beard hair stuck in the back of my fucking teeth.
Okay, nice. I got the book. Basically, I was at work. Some guy had come through to talk to my boss a couple times previously about this car that he was going to sell him, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." And then my boss wasn't there, and he said, "No, stuff it. I won't take it. It's whatever." And then lo and behold, old mates just said, "No, I'm flying back to over east. Leaving the car here. It's yours. Free. Done." Off he went home.
Bro just got a free car.
So rang the boss and said, "Hey, look, this guy's going to drop the car." He's like, "I don't want to buy it." He goes, "No, well, he just gave it to us for free." And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's sick." And then we're like, "It's full of crap." And he's like, "Oh, anyone can take whatever they want, but I want the safety step out of it." And I was like, I really wanted it. So lo and behold, we went searching through his car. Absolute mess. Turns out this guy was seriously on like the cuckoo side. He'd cut the government tracker out of his car. He'd modified brake light wiring because government stuff. He changed some wires, and he reckons he changed one of the binary codes from a 1 to a 0, so he doesn't know if it will ever run again.
Did he wear a tinfoil hat?
I don't know.
But probably.
Potentially.
Yeah.
So we looked through, there's a lot of Pelican cases, and a lot of them were locked.
And
I squizzed through and was like, "Oh, yeah, that's cool." And then kind of went back to do what I was doing. And then old mate's come back. Not the guy that owned it, but the other guy. And he's like, grab a grind and goes, "Should we look what's in these?" All right, let's look through. One was
So what is normally in Pelican cases?
expensive things.
Yep. Just it's so people know.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, those are the things you see in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so a couple of them were locked. We opened one. It was a hard drive, 5 terabyte with, it was just security footage, I think, is what it said on it. And I said, I'm not brave enough to look at it. I was like, nope.
You don't open videos from a cuckoo person.
Yeah. We opened another one and it was just full of books, travel books and random books. And lo and behold, this little book. And I said, gangster, I want that.
So why did you grab that?
It intrigued me because we actually run a bit of an improvement in mental health podcast.
We do, actually.
So
welcome back to the Intersect Podcast.
Fire. I'm going to grab this and we're going to read
cool.
through it. I know, it's just interesting to read.
So from what you've read...
We also found schizophrenic medication that he's supposed to take. And we also found a Pelican case with like 400 to 600 photos of a journal where he was writing about all these random codes and VV, SUB, SAS 9, Real 9, this, that, and it was like all scribbly. It all looked pretty well identical, but it was all different pages of like 600. What the fuck? Yeah, he's pretty wild.
Should we get him on the potty?
He's back in over east.
Should we send him an email?
We don't even know his name.
He won't have an email address. or a phone.
He's an old boy, so he was something else.
Yeah, right. That's scary. First of all, second of all, free car, fire, and
Free stuff.
gangster book.
Yeah, so we went through it.
So shout out to that fella for
Very wild.
creating this episode from this book.
Shout out to me for getting the book.
Yeah, and also shout out.
The first page is not the first page, but the first bit, which is kind of intriguing to me. The 12 stages of decline, and then the 12 steps of personal growth. We'll go into decline first.
Let's start off in decline. So,
what do you think decline is? All right, so
I would say because it's a mental health book, I'm gonna go off the bat and say like not diving, like the decline of your mental health. How can I?
The 12 stages.
So it goes from like best to worst.
Yeah.
I'm guessing not.
Yeah.
It does. So it goes from like. Just read the book.
Okay. I'm going to start with number 2.
You threw me off so hard.
I was going to start with number 2. We grew inattentive to God's presence and providence and God's natural order in our lives. Now we're going to number 1. Don't know why we have to do that one first. We gave too much importance to ourselves and our feelings. Number 3, we let competitive motives in our dealings with others prevail over our common personal welfare.
All right, so let's dive into that one a little bit. What do you take from that?
Sounds like he loses a lot.
Bro's like, you're not competitive enough.
That's...
Each one, I think we should give our little description of what it relates to us, because
I'm super competitive.
That would relate to you a lot more than me, because I'm not... Like, I am competitive in some aspects, but most of the time I'm not. Like, if I come first, fire. If I come last, fire.
That's crazy. I've never come last.
Don't you have an older brother?
Yeah. Who do you think won?
Your
There's
older
a reason
brother.
I'm here, not him.
Your older brother came out first.
I win.
Your older brother came out first, so he won.
Oh, no, but I win everything else.
He was the fastest swimmer.
I wasn't even born. I was not even a figment of their imagination. We express or suppressed certain feelings against the better judgment of consequence or sound advice.
Read it again.
We expressed or suppressed certain feelings against better judgment of consequence or sound advice.
What does that mean? Is that telling you that
feelings pretty well?
But it said express at the start.
Express or suppressed.
Yeah. So
i.e. expressing hate in a moment you didn't mean to be, because you expressing
right, okay.
Or hiding the fact that you didn't like that someone did something but you never said anything, and it's a normal thing now, for example.
How would you say you go about that? You're a very upfront person. If someone does something you don't like, you
shut up.
What?
Sorry, I was just expressing.
What the fuck? You threw me off.
Sorry.
Everyone that you say, we will have a little combo about.
Okay.
All right, because this episode is the Book of Eli.
That is not the Book of Eli. It's a good movie.
Fire movie, but it's the book of mental health. So, why are you so awkward tonight, Kat? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
It's weird. Is it because we swapped spots?
No, I like this spot. All right. We expressed or suppressed. Go on. Let's talk about it. What have you suppressed?
Well, now I don't want to, because now you're forcing me to.
Number 5. We began thinking in isolation from others, following feelings and imagination instead of reason. This is you. This is you sitting in your brain overthinking things.
Yeah. Only certain things, though, like I've said it before. I don't right now my brain is darkness. There's nothing in there. Literally nothing in there. It's a monkey.
The empty can makes the most noise.
That's, true.
Called you dumb.
You ever do that?
What?
Fucking chuck like an empty can into... Yeah. have you? I mean, you used to ride a bike when you were younger.
Hello, bikes, yeah.
Did you fucking slap an empty can in the back tire and make it sound like a motorbike? You used to, hey. It's just fire.
It's crazy. I thought you meant like a motorbike.
No, you just slap an empty can.
I showed you a photo of where I grew up.
I'm talking about a push bike. I'm sure you had a push bike out there and an empty can. Did your dad drink piss? Did you drink piss back then? Yes.
No, we didn't. We didn't waste our cans. We collected them, fill them up with water, so when you shoot them, they go
nice.
Shoot fire.
Nice. That's
we line
cool
them up all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do overthink a lot. I overthink the things that I care about a lot. But yeah.
All right. Number 6, we neglect the care and control of our bodies. That's not really
We
us.
don't.
We're pretty good at that.
Yeah. What? We're pretty good at neglecting it.
No, we're pretty like at taking care of
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
We go gym.
We do go gym.
Number 7, we avoided recognizing our personal decline and shrank from the task of changing it. I.e., when you're on that downward spiral, you tend to just
I actually
instead
got
of
that
like
one.
keep going down the stairs, you take a dive down the stairs.
Yep.
Get down there faster, which is not ideal.
I did get that one, surprisingly. These are big words for Elmo.
Elmo. Do you remember that Elmo movie back in the day with the trash pile?
Fire.
That was wild. That was gangster.
The grumpy cunt.
No, like there was an
In the
actual mountain of trash in the movie.
That's you.
Could be.
No, it is.
This
is how he gaslights me. This
we
cunt.
avoided. Oh no, we already did this one, didn't we? Number 8, we systematically discard. What? We systematically disguised in our imagination the real nature of our unhealthy conduct.
Give me an IE because I didn't
Okay.
hear much. I was looking at the TV. I know.
You know, what are they called?
Retards? I'm joking.
No. One of those kids that always gets distracted with the TVs on.
Fucking iPad, baby.
Kinda, yeah. No, this is basically we think we're going downward spiral because of this, when really deep down it was because
Of something.
someone said this and not because you
Yep.
are actually look like a certain way or something.
Yep.
We think, so we try. Whereas it's really, we just need to push past that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
Suffer with that.
Yeah.
It's hard. Number 9, we become a prey to obsessions, delusions, and hallucinations. I'm a bit of a victim to obsessions.
Again, obsessions on the things that I care about, but everything else is just kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obsessed with taking care of his family because he's a good husband and father.
See, this is what I mean. Something's wrong with JP. All right, something's wrong with JP.
I
He
can
just
say
said,
nice things. Ratatouille's up here.
That's why he wearing a beanie. Bro's got a rat in his fucking beanie.
He's controlling my every words.
Oak. That's what it's called. They're not masters. So let's.
Oh, what a coincidence. All right. We practiced irrational habits under elated. Have you ever heard of elated?
Elated.
ELATED. Elated. Under elated feelings of irresponsibility or despairing feelings of inability or compulsion. Skip.
Yep.
Number 11. We rejected advice and refused to cooperate with help. Yeah, that's
Us.
not us, but
Yeah.
you know, you understand what it
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I mean?
Hey.
Do you need help with that?
You motherfucker.
This
Would you say that you do that?
Yes, 100%.
See, I'm the complete opposite. If someone was to come to me and be like, "Hey, I've got like this, do this," it'll save you so much time. I'm like, "Fire."
Now, but we're talking mentally here. Like if someone said, "Hey, just talk to me," it would be fine. I'd be like,
Yeah, but even still, like if someone was like, "Hey, try this," it helped me mentally. I'd be like, "I'll fucking give it a go." That's what this whole thing is about.
yes, it is.
It's not us telling you to do other things, but we're showing you different stories, so you can take what they've said and try and implement it into your life.
All aspects,
if so be it. Yeah. So I would say, yeah, I would definitely.
Nice. All right, number 12, last one for the decline. We lost all insight into our condition.
There's a beard hair in my fucking. I'll blur that out. There's a beard hair stuck in the back of my fucking thing. So what was it again?
We lost all insight into our condition, i.e., you're in a rut. You may not realize it. That's just
a lot of people.
That's just normal at this stage. It's like when you go to a doctor and they say, "How much does this hurt?" And you go, "Yeah, like the normal one, whatever." And they go, "Your knee shouldn't hurt all the time. That is wrong. That's not how it should be." And you go, "Well, it's fine as long as I don't hit it. That's when it really hurts." And they say, "Look, you can have surgery on it and get rid of all this shit, but it's going to cost us this." And now I went, I can live with it.
Yeah.
I'm poor.
What would be your suggestion for people to get out of a rut or become conscious that they're in a rut?
That's difficult because it's different for every person.
Have you ever been in a rut?
Yes, I would say so.
How did you get out of it?
Joining a podcast.
True.
No, honestly. Apologies for our Muppetism. I love that word, Muppetism.
So,
no, honestly, the learning people's stories and what they did is pretty helpful, I reckon.
JP slightly opened up there, and I don't want to. I don't want to navigate.
My God.
I don't want to navigate past that. So let's just bring it back a little bit. Why were you in a rut before the potty?
And now we're going to talk about 12 stages of personal growth.
You bitch. Give me a little something.
This is not my episode, buddy.
Hey, this is experience. This is your experience that could help someone out there.
Yeah, it's not my episode.
Doesn't matter.
It's just a whole episode here. Calm down, all right?
What?
So there's a whole episode. We can dive into that.
So when's JP?
You mean therapist PJ?
when does he come back on?
I don't know. We'll figure out some time for him.
See, I want to know why you're in a rut.
I wasn't in a rut.
Or how you just rewind that back and just quickly put that in there.
I would never say such things. And I've signed an NDA. NDA. Oh.
I've signed an MBA. It's cool.
WNBA, sorry. Just kidding. That was a joke. No? Yeah, okay.
My God. What's WNBA? I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. So what's the next one? So why were you in a rut?
Steps of personal growth. Number 1. We admitted we were inadequate. What the fuck? Or maladjusted to life.
So I've just realized. So the decline.
Mm-hmm. There's 12 down and 12 up.
Yeah. So for one decline, the first.
No, it would be 1 to 12.
Okay. So it's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like these are the stages of you spiraling down, then you rock bottom. This is kind of like, all right, first step, realizing you're at rock bottom. Then you,
yep.
For example, yep.
And
so first one, realize you're at rock bottom.
Yep.
Realize, it's pretty shit right now. I need to seek.
And everyone's rock bottoms look different. Like your rock bottom could be
cobblestone. Some could be bedrock. Some could be deep rock, deep slate, whatever it's called in Minecraft. I don't know the layers.
Bros. yours could be lapis. You know what I mean? We don't know.
Layer.
But it's something.
Pushy.
It's something.
It's pretty well useless until they turned it into something you need for enchanting. What a fucking
That's
scam.
right. That's right. But you get so much.
It was just blue.
Can we get
now
off
they're
Minecraft?
like, we need to enchant with it. Fuck off. That was a long time ago, by the way. So sorry about that.
So realizing you're at rock bottom.
Yes.
And like I said before, everyone's rock bottom can look differently.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to become conscious of where you are and what you're doing and realizing that. Nice.
Step 2, cooperate with help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when you stop fighting the hand that feeds you, you start to eat and get strong.
Mm-hmm.
Very well it. We surrendered to the healing power of God. All right, we're not religious.
We're not. Can we? What do you think of God?
That's me.
If God looked like you, I want to fucking jump off a cliff.
Hey, you were made in my image, bitch. You're like a secondhand JP.
Don't ever compare to me like that again.
Remember when you got
bitch.
called a smaller JP the other day?
Oh, by Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it he who said? Yeah, right.
Because we're at basketball.
Ah,
Also,
yes,
I'm a
yes.
fire basketball player. Just saying.
Just basketball. Number 4, we made personal inventory and accepted ourselves.
Nice.
That's a hard thing.
I like that.
A lot of people struggle with being like, I am me.
Yep.
And that's okay. This is Wreck-It Ralph right here. The I am bad and this is good. It is good to be bad. I can't remember the rest of it, but when he's falling apart.
Well, perfect example is Nico is actually going to the movies tonight by himself. To guess what movie he's watching. Not watching Minecraft movie. That's what I suggested.
Oh, I don't actually know what's happening in the movie.
Lilo and Stitch.
Is there a real life Lilo and Stitch now?
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
They're just making all the old movies again, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
They did How to Train Your Dragon, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't think that's out yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I cannot wait to see that though. That looks fire.
Never gonna
That looks
beat
absolutely
Joey.
fire. But
I remember once me and my dad, off story, here we go. We watched How to Train Your Dragon one night. Me, my dad, and my brother. And we're like, fire. My brother didn't want to watch it. He was like, it's ass. We've seen it before. And we're like, no, it's pretty sick. Let's watch it. So we put it on because it was like, yeah. And then out of spite, we watched it straight after it again because fucking
How to Train Your Dragon is a fucking gangster movie.
yeah, it was pretty funny. We kind of was like, all right, sorry, but we can do it. I remember when we had some caretakers out there that were there was some Asian couple from I can't remember where, but they were out there like doing some caretaker work and stuff, and they didn't know what the Minions movie was.
Bro.
They put it on and they watched it 3 times in a row, and I was like, "Are you okay?
Can we watch something
There's
else?
more than the first Minions. There's all the other stuff." But they just watched it again and again, and it was weird as hell.
Yeah. Mini
that's
movie
fine.
fire though.
I haven't seen it.
What the fuck? Were you not with them watching?
No, I was doing stuff.
Drinking piss.
I was young as fuck. So probably not.
Yeah. So
We made moral inventory and cleaned out our hearts. What's in your heart?
pretty dog shit pizza at the moment.
You ever seen that? That's Jack's dance move back in the day. Shout out, Jack. Either that or
This
his,
is a very weird version of JP that I haven't seen.
what do you mean?
I don't know. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on, but
It's the beard. It changes me. I'm no longer a boy.
Well, man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. Rachel! No more. No more. What is in your heart? In my
Dad.
heart right now is kindness, full of love for JP. And
Aren't we all?
I just come.
Nice.
I'm a good actor. I actually started crying there.
Number 6. So we're halfway. We endured until cured. It's kind of fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of fire. It's obviously not a fast process. You just
Slowly get there.
that's the
Slowly
way.
get there. Shit doesn't come to you in a day, or Rome wasn't built in a day.
Crumbled in a day. That's the sad story, but yeah, wasn't built in a day.
Wasn't built in a day. And greatness comes with time.
We took care and control of our bodies.
Go gym.
Don't even go gym. Just go for a walk.
Eat food.
Eat some healthy foods.
Not the fucking dog shit pizza I ate before.
We learn to think by reason rather than by feelings and imagination. That's pretty good.
Can you read that again?
We learned to think by reason rather than by feelings and imagination.
Mm-hmm.
We learn that...
Be logical.
Yeah. Gotta be logical.
Mm.
Makes sense.
Yep.
We trained our wills to govern our feelings.
Get strong.
10. We took our responsibility. Oh, it's kind of missing a word. And caring place in society.
Nice.
We grew daily closer to maturity. And to finish off at number 12. Yawn.
Yeah.
We carried the grow message to others in need.
Grow.
If you can help yourself, you can help others.
You
But
can.
you need to help yourself first. You don't dive in to save a drowning person if you don't know how to swim. That's not how it goes. And you don't teach a person to swim while they're drowning. You get them out in the water first, then you can teach them later.
Mm.
That's some
definitely
big quotes right there.
Definitely look after yourself.
Mm. You
Take
can't be
care
a
of
carer if you need taken care of.
Yep. Yeah, you need to.
Can't love others unless you love yourself.
I'm going to start talking. He's going to throw out another quote. It was like the fourth time.
I got more. I'm loaded.
Go. Shoot me.
You mum. I knew it would get ya.
No.
Tickle ya.
What the fuck? Oh,
Oh, you
tickle
can
ya.
talk now.
Are you sure?
All right, maturity. All right, talk.
I don't even know what I was going to say now. All right, pass me the book. Fire. This is actually a very, very good book.
We're only up to like page 5.
Settle for disorder in lesser things for a sake of order in great things, and therefore be content to be discontent in many things.
Do you want to break it down?
Can
We'll read through it?
you decipher that for me?
I will decipher this for you. Where are we reading? Page 9, you say? Ah, yes. Settle for disorder in lesser things for the sake of order in the greater things. I.e., you're allowed to mess up the small things because that will lead you to growing and becoming a bigger person. And therefore, content to be discontent in many things, i.e., understanding this is, yeah, you might not be in the greatest place now, but know that you're growing from it. You're going to be that better person. Yeah. It's good, eh?
You're like, you've got my energy and I've got your energy.
What? You have fucking no energy.
That's what I mean.
I only do that when there's guests on because I spend the whole time listening and not talking.
What did you want to say?
You fucking just sit there rambling. I like to let them talk and then just be like, I'm a good listener. If you haven't noticed. Do you want to go into the comforting paradox?
What else is there? Pass here.
No, it's the same page. I want to read this bit.
Oh.
The comforting paradox. If you think your whole life is going wrong just because so much of it is going wrong, you're wrong. Mostly when things go wrong, they're meant to go wrong. So you can outgrow what we have to outgrow.
Ooh, I like that.
This is wonderful.
I actually really, really like that.
This is full of quotes. I'm going to start quoting this every day. I'm going to get my daily affirmations in. You are jacked. You're the best. You're the strongest.
I was looking at himself in the mirror.
Might start doing that, record it every day.
Content. You did say that you wanted to start putting it out.
It'll be on my OnlyFans. Link at.
I don't know. I'm not subscribed.
It's a lie. He's my only subscriber.
Yeah, that is really good.
It's a pretty good book, eh?
If you think your whole life is going wrong just because so much of it is going wrong, you're wrong. Yeah, mind blown, literally. That is...
It's good, isn't it?
I'm going to try and remember that and then make a clip out of it. If you think that your life is going wrong just because majority of it is going wrong, you're wrong.
Does your bracelet say cunt, please?
No, it says... Why did you have to bring this up?
Oh, no. Okay, never mind. There's no cunt. The O looked like a C.
Can you read it?
Please. Wait, which? This way.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Do you want me to say it out loud?
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
It says, eat me out, please.
You know who gave me that? This man right here.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I love that. On your neck.
I was thinking about it on the way over here. I was like, please don't bring it up.
I looked at it the other day like so many times. I was like, I've like seen you having it for a while now. And I'm like, I can't be bothered reading what it says. And then I was just looking then because I was like, looked over at the book and then I was like, C-U-T. I was like, cunt, please? What?
Yeah, that comforting paradox is quite famished.
If your whole life is going wrong and everything in your life is going wrong, you're wrong. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, you said
essentially. If you think your whole life is
think.
going wrong just because most of it is going wrong, you're wrong. Yep. Mostly when things go wrong, they're meant to go wrong. So we can outgrow what we have to outgrow. That is fire.
It was pretty fire.
That is so, because that, I mean, you guys won't know this, but that goes into what Tana says. Yesterday.
What did he say?
You won't know. You'll never know.
Joke's on you.
Dickhead. The Supreme Healer. Is that?
I don't know.
He knows me better than I know himself. He has more control over my thighs and feelings.
I was about to say, that's not what it says.
Bro turns into a 50 Shades of Grey book.
Oh, they're called smut novels.
What is that?
That's the genre of like 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, true. Smut.
It's called smut.
God damn.
Don't ask why I know that.
Why do you know that?
I don't know.
The Supreme Healer. He knows me better than I know him myself.
This is God.
Yeah, I know. That's why I looked at you before.
Skip.
Therefore, I will trust him.
Okay.
The three basic convictions. That says convictions, right? Yeah, bye. You want to read these? No, I'll read them. I'll try.
Fire. Fuck you. Exactly. It doesn't feel good, does it? How'd you feel, little man?
It feels good, actually.
Oh, I can't believe you went for it.
I'm going to outgrow.
I can't believe you went for it.
I thought you would be in general, but fuck you. I am not acting alone, but
You can keep talking.
Is that neighbours?
We have the window open.
I'm not acting alone, but cooperating with the invincible power of God. Why is there so much God in here?
Apparently, people like to find faith. I mean, it was 1957.
The four stabilizing questions. Fuck me. To cut through an emotional upset, to keep order in a crisis.
You want me to take over?
No, it's all right. I almost got this. All right.
Almost got it.
To think clearly and to come to grips with your problems. Be defiant. Answer the question. What exactly am I in trouble about? Does this really...
It's resonating.
It is? Okay. Be rational.
Not resonating.
Is it certain, probable, or only possible?
I like that. Gauge it.
Be wise. That's
Resonating.
me. Yes. How important is it?
Resonating.
Be practical. What shall I do
Not
about
losing.
it? Change your losing game. Don't change your winning game.
Anyway.
Childlike to God. Oh my God.
Let me have a squiz through. I'm going to flick through a couple pages because
let's find something that we can. Quick question, actually, before we go on. How do you wipe your ass? Is this Are we talking scrunch to the paper? I
I'm
feel
not
like
fucking Brody gun. I don't grab handfuls at a go.
Does Brody
Did you talk about this
scrunch
with Brody?
it? No.
Oh, I just added him.
Did
He chews through toilet paper.
his asshole just
We've had
eats
many
it.
conversations about this.
Does he?
I'm pretty sure me, Brody, Regan, and
Regan's gonna
Adam.
like this conversation.
we had this whole chat.
So I'm guessing you're a pish posh folder, my
Save
boy.
your fucking toilet paper, bro.
100%. Whoever's scrunching can fuck right off. And when you wake up to do wee wees, is your penile engorged with wee?
What? Wait, what? What did I just miss?
The way you looked at me when your brain was. So, you know how when you drink a fair bit of water, or vodka and water in your case?
I like water. All forms. I don't discriminate.
Right. You go to bed. You're famished. No, that means hungry. You're parched. And you go to bed full. Nice. You're hydrated. You wake up in the middle of the night and you're busting for a wee. All right. You're busting. Bro, busting.
Yeah.
Right. You're busting for a wee.
Yeah.
All right.
Push.
First of all, are you rock solid?
Am I rock solid?
Like hard? Weird. Second of all,
Sorry.
is your penile engorged with wee wee?
Can you elaborate on this engorged with wee wee? Because I just thinking like a full like in space how water just kind of hangs around. That's what I'm imagining. When you say engorged with wee wee, I'm like a piss ball on the end of my knob. So, now we're talking here.
Do you have a beanie?
Do I have a beanie? I'm wearing it
Not
right
that
now,
beanie.
you fuckhead.
Not that beanie.
Am I? Yeah, I'm a sleeping bag man.
He goes, yep.
Yep, still there. Hasn't
Yeah,
been
cool.
stolen
So-
by some.
Essentially, you could have an engorged piss bag in the tip of your penis. I mean, I don't know. But
I don't think that's ever happened.
when
to
you...
anyone.
Well, I fucking hope it actually has. People do the balloon. Okay, so
That's crazy. I've heard about this.
So for anyone, I don't have a beanie. All right, I'm nice. I'm not a weird worm like you cunts. What they do,
Cancel him.
what they do is they grip the tip of their dick where their skin is, and they just piss into their skin.
How do they even think to do that?
Do you have super loose? Anyway, we're gonna describe your dick in another episode.
I can bring up a drawing I once
Can
made
you go
when
get
I
the
broke
drawing?
my dick.
Yeah, but yeah, they hold the tip of their dick, they piss inside of it, and then they let go. You go, bah. An engorged bubble of piss.
No, skip.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of that. Love.
Mental health.
Love is the appreciation and affirmation of the real worth of any being. This definition is as broad as possible so as to include love at many different levels. Not only love for human beings, but also God.
Fuck.
Animals.
Wait, there's writing in the back
And
of that.
even intimate objects. For example, nature, science, art, music, food. Okay. So what?
Go to the last page.
These are growers' names and phone numbers.
Growers. As in,
These aren't normal phone numbers. These are like for example, Norm. 358 5997. That's it. We got Irene,
don't.
John,
I don't
Kay, Ronald McDonald. No.
I don't know what that's for. Why did you say grower?
What?
You said these are growers' phone numbers. Oh.
Growers' names and phone numbers. Did literally what it says.
I thought you were talking about weed.
That's crazy. In human relationships, love is the appreciation and affirmation of another human being as another self and my equal in worth. More precisely, it is the consistent active care for a whole welfare of another human being as equally important as my own. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Stop looking at the TV.
I was looking at you with no beard on.
No beard on.
Yeah. Well, from that episode to this episode, you have. Yeah.
Lost hair and got a beard.
That is
Damn, bros. Jackpot. Sexual maturity.
Welcome to the extra credits.
We'll just skip into number 1. The ability to relate warmly and express affection to persons of all ages and both sexes. All right, well, obviously 18 plus.
Brother.
Number 2, the ability to be much involved and to spend long periods of time with a person of the opposite sex without biological inclinations being intrusive. Becoming intrusive, let alone dominant. The ability to express very personal affection and tenderness without causing emotional turmoil, false evaluation, or loss of control. The ability in marriage to be fully at home with one's sexual partner and to fully enjoy without depending overmuch on the peaks of physical pleasure. Effective biological control of fertility achieved with due respect for the sacredness of procreation in new life.
Is there anything about penetration? I need help with that.
Ooh, nope. No, not really. Finally, the humble and moodily.
What, is that a fucking word?
Moodily. M-U-T-U-A-L-L-Y. Moodily. Moodily. Helpful acceptance of the incidental burdens, embarrassments, and frustrations that go with biological functions and reflex processes which are not fully under our control. And is still further the gradual, inadvertible decline of sexual function in our bodies altogether as means of expanding life and happiness.
Jesus.
All right, there's relationships with others.
What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea. I just read the fucking first sentence and gave it to you.
What does that mean to me?
I don't know, whatever you want. You feel targeted?
A little bit.
Why? Why do you feel that way?
Exploitation.
Explosion. Say it right. Every single word
I said exploitation.
Explosion.
Exploitation.
Explosion.
We'll be back after this break.
3, 2, 1, clap, sync.
Fuck.
Oh, I didn't expect you to go that fast. I kind of slowed down for you. 3, 2, 1, clap if you're gay.
We've gone over life as a whole.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. Let me tell you about it, baby mama.
Childish, half-developed, or adult.
Half cooked, half baked.
What does half-developed mean? Oh.
And cut.
Accepting our shadow.
I'm a vampire.
In the life...
Did you just get what that means?
Yes. In the life of every one of us, I feel like this is a very big book of God, but I'm going to read it anyway. In the life of every one of us, even in the minds... Even in the midst of overall growth and the joys of healthy function, there is an inspectable undercurrent or fringe of anxiety, boredom, confusion, disability, discord, guilt, and loneliness.
Rod of Discord?
What?
Adam would get that one. 1 in 6,000 chance from dropping from a chaos element Terraria.
Oh, I was about to say Terraria.
It just lets you tell.
These factors of troubles and suffering follow us about as consistently and as surely as the shadow that we cast when we walk. There is no way in eliminating them from human living. They are as invisible as our shadow. We need only to learn 2 things. It is fatal and it is unnecessary.
Fatal. What was fatal?
Futile, it says.
Okay.
Fatal just sounds funny. And it is unnecessary to run away from them. It is as fatal to run away from them as it is to run away from our shadow. Damn.
Pretty fast.
Your shadow can run just as fast as you. Not when it's night time.
Faster.
Because there's no shadow.
Street lights?
They don't count. From where you're from, there's no.
He's got a point. Starlight.
And there is simply no need to run away from them, for if we keep our thinking true and our lives developing properly, they can no more hurt or harm us than our shadow can. Damn. That's actually a really good one. Is bro going straight back to the sex part?
Past it. Oh, I found it.
He's
in
found
the
gold.
appendix. It really says appendix. The alternative formula for growers without belief in God.
Growers as in growers, not showers?
As in second stage of What? Second stage of decline. We become inattentive to objective natural order in our lives. Step 3 of personal growth. Oh, these are those ones that were about God. So we trust it in a healthy giving power in our lives as a whole. Yeah. That's fine. Which tranquilizers do you use?
What?
Which tranquilizers do you use? Overall soundness in nature, your own personal resources, friendly help, expert help, physical or chemical means, compulsory help.
Are they talking about traits?
I'm going to guess these are like things that keep you in your
like
spot.
Traits
Not
of
traits,
people?
these are just methods of coping. More so.
What was the chemical one?
Drugs.
Yeah.
Or physical. First basic conviction.
Bro's first base.
Yeah, I thought it said base. I'm not acting alone, but cooperating with trustworthy and friendly helpers. Ooh, 6th rule of objective thinking. Decentralize. Decentralize situations and events from yourself and look. Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth.
Decentralize your situations and events from yourself and look for the total view, which includes others as equal in a growth-orientated perspective. What do I really want? To be loved.
I feel like that's all anyone wants, is to be loved.
It's harder for some people than others.
As in you?
I'm very difficult to love because there's a lot of me. I love doing that face.
Cool. That is a fire book. You pass here? That is a very, very good book. the program of growth. I can't fucking read, man. Yeah, that's cool. Grow National, New South Wales. Cool. Well, that's it. Grow. There's obviously a lot more pages in there that we skipped over, but
as you can tell, we're not the greatest readers.
Yeah. It is also 8:15 on a Friday night, and I'm very tired. But even in general, I'm not a good reader. Well, that was. We're gonna finish up the episode there because as you
Old staff's a little tired.
As you could see that there's a fair few pages in there that we haven't gone over, because that would probably be a fucking 10-hour video. But we've gone over some of the things that we thought would be helpful for you guys. There were some really, really good things, some mind-blowing things in there as well.
A lot of good quotes.
Very, very good quotes. I cannot remember a single one because
if you think everything in your life is going wrong just because everything at the moment's going wrong, you're wrong.
Essentially. It's wrong, but it's right. You fucking goggin.
I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, that is going to be the end of this episode. This was the Grow World Community Mental Health Movement, the program of growth to maturity.
Came out in 1957.
1957. And we found it in
schizophrenic car.
A cuckoo car that JP got for free.
Yeah.
And so shout out to him.
Appreciate
for the book.
you. Hope the government's not tracking you anymore.
And hope you're doing very, very well. Yeah, that's the episode, guys. So if you guys want to jump over to
on the Instagrams and the Spotifys and the YouTubes and we have TikTok, and all of the things that we post.
We do all forms of social media.
Yes, Apple Podcasts as well. It's up there. Just send us a little comment and stuff, a little like here and there, maybe even a little rating. All of it, but up to you. No stress. It's all good. If you have anything you do want to get in contact with to us at the intersectpod.24@hotmail.com.
It's wrong.
What is it?
Intersect.pod24@hotmail.com.
Oh, it's .pod, not intersectpod.24.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right.
But the other thing that I want to do, I'm only doing this because I forgot to clip it last time. But we are looking for construction workers or blue collar workers to be open to share their story about the industry of construction, because as a lot of you may know, that the highest rate of unaliving is in construction, and we just want to get the message out there and to show people that even though you're in construction and you can be in the hardest workplace possible, you can still talk and you can still open up, because FIFO can be hard, construction can be hard, living away from your parents, all that type of stuff can be very, very hard. So if you guys want to, just send us a DM. That would be fucking sick. And then we can either get you on or get your story and we can share it. Or if you want to come on the podcast, we can do a virtual podcast. We can do it on the computer. That would be sick. And yeah, we can share your story and just get the conversation started. Because it definitely needs to be. But in saying that though, we're looking for all types of demographic like workers. So whatever your field is, you can like message us or send it to us and see what the hardest part about like your job is mentally. And
it may not seem, compared to someone else, but that doesn't matter, because a lot of people will be in your situation.
Mm-hmm. And your experience is your experience. No one else is going to live it. So
exactly.
Thanks JP for the outro. That was fucking beautiful. Make sure if you go over to Spotify, give us a rating.
Only if you want to. So calm down. Right?
No, fuck that. Give us a rating.
Don't do it.
Of 5 stars.
No.
And it has to be 5. If you give 4, JP's going to have an aneurysm because we're not the best. You're a man of rating. What would you give this podcast? Genuinely. A 3?
A 3.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
We're not that good.
But we're the number one podcast in the world.
2.5 now.
The rating dropped. But
Dropped.
yes.
All right. Appreciate all you fuckers.
3, 2, 1.